Hey guys, my name's Jet, and this is my first upload to the brand spanking new TheriKiNexus channel, which is just bursting with opportunities and potential for a bunch of different Therians that, whether they have channels or they don't have channels, it'll give them a source to put out their viewpoints and takes on different issues and ideas about their own therianthropy and therianthropy in general. So it's not just a few random people putting up videos, it's actually a little more organized, different questions, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. It's like a magazine, almost. I wish there was a Therian magazine. Anyway, since it's so brand spanking new, the only topic we have so far, since we just got it created, by the way, this was the brainchild of a bunch of different members on Wireless, and I was actually, the whole project was brought to my attention via some member of Wireless who saw my channel and sent me a message, and I joined up there and started discussing, and within the first 2 days of being there, the channel's here, so I'm going to do it. And anyway, the only topic we have is what therianthropy means to us, and just a really general introduction video. So for those of you who don't know me, again, my name is Jet. I'm a wolf Therian, which means my stereotype is the wolf. I've known I was a Therian for almost 7 years now, I think. Yeah, going on 7 years, and believe me, it was not easy. I was never as, easygoing about it as I am now. I cooped up by myself, I isolated, a bunch of shit went wrong. But anyway, I have no idea how I first got into this, to be honest. Everyone has a really cool story about how they found it, and it's usually a web page somewhere. But like a lot of different Therians, I always knew there was something going on, some weirdness going on with me, and was never really religious, didn't really hold on to any kind of, personal righteous code or anything like that. I really don't know. I just really liked wild animals, and I guess somehow between camping and wanting to be in nature a lot, I started identifying with a wild animal. For some reason the wolf felt right, and probably some weird Google search brought me to a site that had the actual word, and I got on Wikipedia or some shit. I don't even know if Wikipedia was around 7 years ago. It's hard to think about that. The Google hasn't even been around like 15 years or something like that, 20 years maybe. But anyway, here I am. Since I got into the community, not only have I been trying to find out things about myself, but as I've made personal progress, I've been trying to help out others who are having the same struggles that I was, which is a huge point in the community, because it is a really confusing process trying to figure out usually it's just what kind of inner animal you have, or what kind of life struggles you're having with it, your ideologies as far as your spirituality goes, and those of us who have gone through it are in a much better spot to give advice than someone on Wikipedia. So I just recently started putting up videos on YouTube, but before that, even, I think it was like 5 years ago I put up my site, which is Lunar Oasis or something. Not the most creative name, but apparently a lot of other newer Therians find it a good resource, so I keep it semi-updated. Usually I just answer the emails people send me, and if they've got questions on it, and usually it's just, oh, great site, keep up the good work, and that's mostly what my YouTube channel is now too. But if I can do a little bit, then hopefully it inspires some people to continue looking into therianthropy, because once you have it figured out, it's pretty interesting, but the whole path there is really just like throwing yourself over the cliff face and landing on rocks and hitting everyone on the way down. That was a weird metaphor. That was weird. That's how I am, and I don't care. So, anyway, as I told a lot of people on Wireless coming up with this, I stayed to a lot of unpopulated forums for the most part. You know, really small forums. If there was more than 40 members, I didn't want a part of it, and it was just really good to you know, make some personal friendships with people, albeit online, but still, you know, you actually know who you're talking to instead of putting up a post and getting 20 replies saying great job or you're an idiot or GTFO noob or something. So I stayed to the really small ones who I thought, which I thought looked reputable, and it never really failed me since then. And you know, within the last year and a half, I've been getting onto some bigger boards because apparently people think I know what I'm talking about, which I guess isn't that bad of a trait to have. And I haven't had that many trolls on my YouTube page, so I decided, you know, if there's a project going on with a bunch of Therians, that might be good, because, you know, I feel like a lot of Therians do isolate like I used to, and, you know, it's not so bad to put your face up on the internet as long as you kind of have an idea of what you're talking about, and I'd like a lot of more people in the Therian community to have that attitude. You know, don't, I mean, be shy if you want, but, you know, no one's going to take any interest if all you're doing is putting up your life story one at a time on different forums and getting a bunch of replies, and now I feel good because other people feel like I know what I'm doing. You know, put yourself out there, get out of your comfort zone, and see what happens. I haven't been killed by the government yet, for all of you people who think the government's going to come after you for putting your face up on YouTube. I went on a YouTube rant right there, I'm sorry, but anyway, I've come to be very spiritually in tune with myself, not even just along the whole inner animal side of things. You know, it's not like I focus on having a tail and ears on the top of my head every day, because that would get really annoying. You know, I'm like any other person, except when I come home and I try to relax, I think about something a little bit differently than someone else. And biggest difference is I get on YouTube and I spread these weird things to other people who also believe in these weird things, and it makes me feel good. You know, if it feels right, go for it. That's a lot can be said for that right there, as far as anyone else's therianthropy or even my own. You know, I spent years upon years questioning what the fuck I was doing with what was in my head with all these thoughts of therianthropy, but really, if it feels good and no one's getting hurt, then there's nothing wrong with it. So instead of being skeptical all the time, why not go for it? Go with it for a change and see where it takes you. It's taking me to better places. I'm hoping this new channel can help a lot of other people feel a little bit more comfortable with themselves, let alone getting on a talk show, which someone said on Wireless about this. Like, if I put my face up, I'll end up on a talk show, like, tonight, you know. I don't know. Comfort's a big thing. So, be comfortable. Don't worry about it. Don't get anxious. If you want to make videos, go for it. If you don't, enjoy watching. I think a lot of good things are going to come out of this channel. And we're coming up on the 10-minute. We were talking about putting all of these into a mashup, but that ain't going to happen. Not with the Jetman. No. I like to go right to the limit. Alright. Peace.